I want to welcome you back to BLACKSITE Sports. Tonight we're going to talk about Stanford, California, and SMU joining the ACC. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. You knew once Condoleezza Rice and George W. Bush got in the conversation about letting Stanford, SMU, and California into the ACC that they will finally join. Remember, they had a vote for California and Stanford to join the ACC. They got 11 out of the 15 votes. The teams that voted against them was Clemson, Florida State, North Carolina, and North Carolina State. If they get one more vote, and it seems like they're going to get it, these three teams will join the ACC. So you will have a West Coast feel to the ACC, just like the Big Ten has a West Coast feel to the Big Ten with UCLA and USC. But they will also gain the Dallas Metroplex complex, which is SMU. And you knew once George W. Bush got involved, because his library is at SMU, they would sway one of the votes to come over and let these teams and these universities into the conference. Now, I don't know how it's going to strengthen the ACC, but it makes sure that the ACC will survive when you get these three other teams in. Even if Clemson happens to leave or Florida State happens to leave, the conference will still be viable, and they still will possibly get that at-large vote in the college football playoff. We know that Condoleezza Rice was a member of the college football playoff committee, so she has a lot of sway when it comes to college football. And I'm telling you, this is big business. These three teams will be in this conference. I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week. There has been no vote that has been gathered together, or a date when they say they might vote on it, but it doesn't matter. They have a whole year to sit around and get these votes together. And I think that Condoleezza Rice, who was former Secretary of State, she'll be able to negotiate a deal for Stanford, California, and SMU for them to get into this conference. You see, this is all about big money. If you're not into a conference, you're not a viable Division I football squad. And I feel sorry for Washington State and Oregon State, who I think have pretty decent football teams. They have no conference, but I think they'll end up in the Mountain West Conference. But this deal will be done. It will be done, because when you have two powerful people like this who can bring financing to the conference, make sure the conference get a decent amount of money. They're not getting the money that the Big Ten, the SEC, they're not even getting the money that the Big 12 is getting. So that tells you a lot. In the place where ACC is, they got a bad contract. I don't know who the hell negotiated that contract. The commissioner ought to be fired just for negotiating that damn contract, in which they have to stay into the conference to 2036 or pay a $300 million buyout. Damn, that let me tell you something. That's an ironclad contract right there. Whoever signed that for the networks, that's a hell of a contract right there. But I believe that this deal will be done. They will be in the ACC. The ACC probably split up into divisions somehow to make this conference much better. I see that the Big 12 is possibly splitting up into three divisions over there, 6 teams each. I don't know how they're going to do that, but it seems like the ACC is ready to make that move, and they'll probably make it as soon as possible to get everybody settled and ready for next year, when all the teams will be going into their new conferences. So I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE Sports, this quick take. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.